Hi, I'm Lissa Coffey from Coffee Talk on the red carpet for the Movie Guide Awards. I'm here talking to lots of celebrities, including the amazing Kevin Sorbo. So last time we talked about purpose, and you had some wonderful things to say. I know you've been through a lot this past year. I saw you on Dr. Drew's show.
Yeah, I have a book out right now called True Strength.
Yeah, so tell me about, the message that you're getting out in the book and how your life has changed since that experience.
I suffered 3 strokes. Studio kept it very quiet between seasons 5 and 6 on Hercules. It took me 3 years to fight back to feel normal again. The last 2 years on Hercules was a battle for me. I went from a guy working 14 hours a day to 1 hour a day and slowly worked my way back up again. And it was, the book was, a labor of love. My wife wanted me to write it for years, and she said, you got a strong message here to send out to people. I've actually been on a book tour and speaking engagements across the country, and really the book is about, overcoming those obstacles in life, those roadblocks that all of us are eventually going to hit. And for somebody like me to suffer strokes, to have an aneurysm that explodes in my body at the age I was at the time, in my 30s, and in better shape than most athletes, not a smoker, not a drinker, no diabetic, no obesity, anything, all the signs they look for in people that get strokes, it can happen to anybody. And it was tough for me to overcome all those things, and that's what this book is about. That's why it's titled True Strength, because Hercules was phony strength. I had stunt guys making me look good. In this case, it's really for you to find your own true strength within yourself. It doesn't have to be an illness. It can be anything in life that throws a curveball to you. And it's really to get past, it seems like everybody in life sets limitations for us. Don't let other people set your limitations. And don't look at failure as a failure. Take every failure you have in life as a positive and learn from it and move on by it. Because every successful person I know had failure after failure before they became successful.
Yeah, that's right. And we're all here kind of learning the same lessons. So it doesn't matter what your job is.
It doesn't matter. I mean, look, you're always going to have bad things happen to you, and it's how you react to those bad things that make the character and the person who you are eventually will be.
So how did you find that true strength within yourself when you were facing such adversity?
Well, I've always been a Christian. I think leaning on God and Jesus was always a big part of my life. And I think initially I went through a lot of people go through when there's something that happens to them, they blame everybody. They blame God, they blame Jesus. But really, you know what? We need to stop blaming other people for everything the bad happens to us. Look in the mirror and blame the person in front of that mirror, because that's what it really comes down to. It's up to you to make your life better, and don't wait for other people to do it for you.
Right, taking responsibility.
We need to take responsibility. We're in this whole this entitlement world right now where everybody says, you owe me. No one owes you anything. It's up to you to make your life successful or not successful. And quit blaming other people and expecting other people to pick up the slack for you.
Right, and I think it's also about the choices we make, because every single day we make choices.
No, you always have a choice. Everything's an opportunity cost. Everywhere you are, when you're walking down the street and you take a left, maybe you should have taken the right. You don't know what's down that street. That's life, and you have to take whatever it throws at you. As corny as that sounds, it's the reality.
What kind of feedback are you getting from people who've read your book?
Wonderful feedback. I was just a keynote speaker in Palm Beach, Florida a couple weeks ago at the American Heart Association's annual luncheon on the awareness of stroke prevention. And I would say a third of that audience have suffered car accidents, cancer, strokes, whatever, and they were in tears. They said, your book has been so inspirational to me, and it's made me get off my couch and just push myself harder, because that's what I had to do. And it's been wonderful to see the response.
It's great that you in the position that you're in, that you can give people this inspiration, this encouragement.
Well, as I told people, and when I go speak at these events, I say, I wish I didn't have to be here. I wish I had to go through what I went through. Like, I wish none of you had to go through what eventually we're going to go through. There's the one thing that's the common denominator for all of us, is that one day we're going to get sick, one day we're going to die. It's going to happen, and it's a road none of us, no matter what age you are, is really prepared for. And how can you prepare for it unless the hell happens to you? So really, it's just push past it, and do what you can.
But it's such a gift that you're able to tell your story.
Well, celebrity lends itself to that to one degree. I mean, I've been very fortunate to keep busy and still put out movies, and I'm thankful. I thank God that I keep working all the time. Knock on wood.
And it sounds like through all that adversity, you learned and grew as a person too.
Oh yeah. It was a learning curve for me. I went through the same steps everybody goes through: the depression, the anger, the why me mentality, and you just have to get to a point. I mean, look, I felt like somebody died when this happened to me, and in fact, the old Kevin did die, and I had to sort of find the new me and accept the new me. Because initially, I had a friend tell me, you have to look at this as a gift. And that made me angry at first. I said, how can I look at getting sick like this and almost dying as a gift? But then as time went on, I understood what he meant.
Yeah, I think once you come to that place of gratitude where you can understand that there is that higher purpose.
We all need grace, and you all need to be grateful for what you have in life. People forget about it. And every day, people, whether they don't have to be even Christian, they can be just anybody in any walk of faith and just say, or non-faith, but be grateful you have a pillow. Be grateful you have hot water. Be grateful you have a car that works. Be grateful that there's a blue sky today. We take everything for granted that the world revolves around us. It doesn't. And we need to be grateful for things in our life.
Well, I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much, and thanks for all your kind words.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Have fun tonight. Say hi to Sam. Okay.